Well, folks, you'd think I'd learned my lesson after that last disastrous flight, but what do they say? Get right back on the horse. And so here I am in Frontier Airlines livery in Gunnison, Colorado, 11,000 feet altitude. And we're heading down to Denver, which is a mere 5,000 feet altitude. So significant drop and a kind of a fun little approach as you have to lose a lot of altitude real fast. So we'll see if we can pull it off. I think I've got my flap situation taken care of, which was my main gripe last time. And here we are. We selected our aircraft. We've got a gate at Gunnison, and I'm going to push fly. The routing is really simple. Gunnison, Crested Butte Airport. There is no departure procedure. It's not a controlled field, so we'll have to get a not a pop-up clearance, but a I don't know what you call it, time off clearance. And then I'm sure there will be all sorts of procedures into Denver, but we'll let Denver worry about that. Have no idea what the weather is. It's live time, live weather, live traffic as usual. So sometimes it's nice to have a little surprise. Oh yeah. Looking forward to jumping on the horse. I did, after our debacle to Gatwick, I did repeat that flight with the flaps fixed, and the flight went fine. Beautiful approach, beautiful taxi into the gate. It was a little crowded on the ground, but I enjoyed that. Okay, this is taking just a little longer than I would like, so I'm going to pause the recording and come back when we're on the deck. Welcome. We're all loaded up here at the gate. This is there's only 2 gates at this little puppy of an airport, and looks like we've got some snow going on. Again, I didn't control that. It's live weather, live conditions. So what we get is what we get. Not a lot of visibility, not a lot of clear skies. Let's take a look around us a bit. That jet bridge is right on top of us. Really not very pleased about that. But I've been to this airport. I've flown out of this airport before, and it is truly just the 2 gates. It's a college town, kind of expensive to visit in the summertime. Let's get Pushback Express fired up, which will be our ground handling and control of that jet bridge. We'll get the RAS Pro set up. Which is automated runway environment information. Oh, RAS Pro is not loading up, is it? Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay, and we'll get the fly-by-wire A32NX crew loaded up as well. Jet bridge attached. Cabin door open. Oh. Polar, that's a darn cute bear, isn't it? Got a little police car here on the tarmac next to us. Hope that's not an ominous sign. How about some baggage? And how about some ground power? think that cart driver's going to have to do an awful sharp turn to get that cart into position. He's doing pretty good. Now, let's go upstairs and not worry about the exact alignment here. Their alignment is pretty bad. Whoo-wee! Let's come back here in the flight jump seat and we'll do a rainbow check, emergency equipment, circuit breakers, flashlight, first aid kit, crash axe, check the oxygen for the jump seat passengers, check the pilot's oxygen, then check the fire extinguisher, all these things in the rainbow check. Folks who've been with me last time, you know what that is. Hop aboard the front seat now. Say hello to our first officer, Christy. Oh, wow, that's an interesting view. There's Christy, looking as intense as ever, even in the snowfall. America's greenest airline, Frontier. I just took a sip of Christy's coffee. She didn't seem to mind. Okay, Christy, let's go ahead and start things out.
Let's start setting up.
Okay.
She's going to hit the available power, battery switches 1 and 2, fire check on the APU. And she's going to hit the nav light to either 1 or nav 2. There she goes. Arm the emergency exits. No smoking sign on. The rest of these lights look okay for now. Let's do a cockpit voice recorder test. Listen carefully. There it is.
I'm out for the walk around.
Emergency generator test doesn't do anything. We can test out the command evac. Let's say we have to evacuate the aircraft very fast. Ah, that's okay. I like that. It's set to captain right now. Get the IRS system lined up. The ADIRS, nav 1, nav 2, nav 3. Fuel pumps are off. We'll do the engine fire test later on. Battery voltages look good. No power coming from the engines. Air conditioning looks good. It's all in automatic. It won't be provided until the APU starts. APU is off. We'll kick up the integrity light down here. Okay. Manual engine start switches are guarded. Do a test for smoke in the cargo area. That is fine. We'll do an annunciator light test. We'll check every bulb, every element, every filament in the house. They look pretty good. While we're down here, we'll kick up the rest of these integrity lights. We'll get the floodlights on. We'll get the displays up to brightness. Really don't like to have weak display brightness. So these little dials below the multi-control panel, MCP, control the LEDs. There in the MCP, you can see it brightens up quite nicely. And then the dials for the pilot flying and pilot not flying sides are right over here. Very important they get cranked up. And it's good to do it during the integrity test because you can check out all the other elements that are nearby. Okay, integrity test is done. Annunciator light test, I should say. Let's get down to our flight management computer. ATSU menu, company menu. Let's initialize, draw our data in from the dispatch office by way of the data link. It is 2:46 Greenwich Mean Time. It's a lot earlier than that Mountain Time in the United States. I don't exactly know. I think it's about 6:30 in the morning Mountain Time. We're going from Gunnison, Colorado to Denver, Colorado. We have 9.5 fuel on board. Now, flight time is 27 minutes. Let's go to the next page. Okay, this is to be filled out when we land, who the landing pilot was, did we use auto land, what time we left, what time we got in. We can go back to the company menu, do a weather request for KGUC, that's Gunnison, Colorado. We'll do a weather request for Denver, and I believe our alternate, if I'm remembering correctly, is Colorado Springs. Yes, KCOS, Colorado Springs, which is just south of Denver. That's the home of the United States Air Force Academy. Go Air Force. We'll get a Taft terminal aerodrome forecast. We'll push send. We'll get a METAR. We'll push send. Go back to our AOC menu, do a weight and balance. Draw in our requested information. Now, we know we need 4854. That's not much fuel at all. And let's go down to our electronic flight bag, our fly pad. 4854 is what we need. So we'll get this from SimBrief. Only 1 degree temperature dew point spread. Now, it's a lot colder here in Gunnison. Actually, it's not true. It's warmer here in Gunnison. -6, -7, -19, -23. It's cold in Denver. Low pressure, very slight wind from the southwest, higher pressure, and a little touch more wind from the northeast. Operational flight plan, what's the fuel say? Block fuel, 4854. So let's type in 4854. That's a significantly less than what we have right now. So we're going to be defueling, 6 minutes worth of defueling. Let's defuel, taking it from the right inner and the left inner. The outer tanks will be full, the center line tank will be full, and you can see that fuel level coming down as we speak. Let's go back to our flight computer, go to the next page, and we'll send. Here's a breakdown of our 134 passengers. Once the cabin crew lets me know that we're ready, we'll go ahead and start that process. For right now, we'll do McDo menu, management menu. We will verify we are in an A320 aircraft with A320-200 Neo aircraft with LEAP 1A engines. Our AIRAC cycle is current. Go to our data, aircraft status, that's the same. Initialization, we'll initialize the flight. Is thinking of Gunnison to Denver, Colorado Springs, flight number 43, cost index is 8, flight level 250, -34 on the temperature. Tropopause is really high, so we don't have no need to verify the tropopause. It's way up there. That is a layer of the jet stream. The jet stream is the tropopause, and it can be a source of wind shear, change in wind direction and speed. Let's get our top of climb winds. There's a routing of what we're going to look at.
No issues on the walk around.
Okay.
Top of climb winds are 250 at 93, ISO deviation of -5. That's at flight level 250. 250 at 93, flight level 250. So let's enter that in. 250 at 93. Flight level 250. Wonderful. That's all the wind we need. Let's, IRS initialization is aligning on the GPS. It's not quite aligned yet, but that's where it's aligning. Flight plan. We are going to be leaving Gunnison, departure from runway 24. There is no procedure. So we'll insert that. And Denver. Now, I have no idea what we want to do in Denver. So let's just leave this alone for right now. Let's get back to see how the fueling is going. 4 minutes left in the defueling. Okay. Let's connect to air traffic control and let's get a clearance.
Gunnison crested butte wriggle information echo, 1433 Zulu winds are light and variable. Visibility 1 miles in Lieutenant Snow Mist. 1,900 scattered. 2,600 broken. 3,400 overcast. Temperature -6, dew point -7. Current altimeter is 2971. Arriving and departing runway 24. Gunnison crested butte wriggle information echo, 1433 Zulu winds are light and variable. Visibility 1 miles in Lieutenant Snow Mist. 1,900 scattered. 2,600 broken. 3,400 overcast. Temperature -6, dew point -7. Current altimeter is 2971. Arriving and departing runway 24. Gunnison crested butte wriggle information echo, 1433 Zulu winds are light and variable.
Let's get back down to our flight computer and see if our weather information has been received. Company menu, received messages. Yes, we have a Taft. Taft, future weather. No, I don't care about Gunnison for future weather. I care about Denver. And we're looking for a trend here, folks. We're looking for what the weather is going to do. Date block, time block, 040 at 10 knots, over 6 miles of visibility, snow showers, broken
Hi,
2000.
the security and safety checks are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes, you can start boarding.
Thanks.
You are good to start boarding, which means I'm going to go back to the weight and balance, second page, and I'm going to start the boarding process. You'll see the passengers start to make their way in the cabin, and in just a little bit you'll also hear them. Okay, let's get back. I don't want to go to the METAR, I want to go to the Taft first. Terminal Aerodrome forecast. Let's get down to Denver. We're looking for trends. Okay, snow showers, overcast 1,500, broken 1,500, so we can be in the low clouds and low visibility. But the temperature, let's see here. Light snow. That's light snow is what that's saying. Light snow and baby rain. Light snow and mist. BR is baby rain or mist. 1 statute mile visibility. So we are not going to have much visibility coming into Denver. But the good news on that is not much wind. So let's print that away. Here it comes. This printer ink needs to be changed as well. We'll get our METAR as current weather, and this one is more focused on Gunnison. 211 at 4 knots, so we're leaving from runway 24, so 21 is the correct runway for 21 winds. 3 statute miles, light snow and mist, baby rain. Broken at 2,400, overcast at 3,200, -6, -7, very close temperature dew point spread. So that's what you want to pay attention to, and we can print that as well. Flaps are up. Speed brake is up. Parking brake is on. Throttle levers are to idle. Very nice. Integrity lights are cranked up. Very good. How's our fueling process going? Okay, we're done fueling, and that's good because we are also loading passengers. It can't fuel and load passengers at the same time. Okay, so now that we've got the fuel set, let's go back to our operational flight plan, and let's look at what our ramp weight should be. Notice our windows are fogging up. Ramp weight should be 62,570. So let's come up here, and we want our ramp weight, this number, to be as close to 62,570 as possible without going over. 62,548. Boy, you don't get much closer than that. So that is just, we just loaded our aircraft as it should be loaded. Look at how frosty that windscreen is. Wow. That mist is freezing right away. We're going to have to get some wing anti-ice. In the real world, we would visit the de-ice area. Missed a couple of these integrity lights. Very difficult to read that screen. Wow. Hope we get some type of visibility here. It's going to be a real short trip. Air traffic control is connected. Let's get that clearance. Actually, Denver Center is not tuned in. I need to tune Denver Center. And let's make sure our flight plan is filed. We got one waypoint that's askew. I don't like askew waypoints. Okay, that's good. Gonna change our configuration. We're no longer, my last flight we were Speedbird. We're not Speedbird anymore. Now we're Frontier. Denver Center, Frontier 4 ready to copy. Denver Center, Frontier 4 ready to copy. I really don't like having these problems. Denver Center, Frontier 4 ready to copy. Okay, the microphone seems to be working. Let's get the APU fired up. Oh, here we go. See, that JNet, I don't like that JNet jugging out like that. So we're going to get JNet, delete, validate, file, frequency for Denver Center, toggle it over. Go to configuration, voices. Yeah, these voices aren't working. Are any voices working?
This is Microsoft Laura. It will be your Atis voice for the flight.
This is Microsoft Zira. I will be your co-pilot for the flight.
Okay, well the voices are now working. Let's, are we, okay, here we go. Denver Center, Frontier 4-3, ready to copy.
Frontier 4-3 is cleared to Kilo Delta Echo November as filed. Climb and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 3006. We'll contact you for IFR release. Frontier 4-3.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
No problem, have a safe flight.
Okay, my first officer did not read that back, which makes me believe that that voice is not set up.
This is Microsoft Zira. I will be your co-pilot for the flight.
This is Microsoft Heli will be your clearance delivery for the flight. This is Microsoft Caroline. He will be your ground controller for the flight.
This is Microsoft Stefan. He will be your clearance delivery for the flight.
This is Microsoft Michael. He will be your tower controller for the fleet.
This is Microsoft Katja. He will be your DAPR tower controller for the fleet.
This is Microsoft James the First, will be your first ATC center controller for the flight.
This is Microsoft Cloud. He will be your second ATC center controller for the flight.
Okay, hopefully that'll fix the voice issue. 13,000 feet. And we have our clearance. Still need to get some performance data. Performance. Flap setting of 1. We'll let the computer figure out the trim. 56 on the flex temp. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. In the United States, in North America. 134 on the V2, 130 on the rotate, and 129 on the rejected takeoff. MCP is now set up, so we can run a checklist. Are you ready to run a checklist, Christy?
Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
Are you sure about that? Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
4840 kilograms. Set.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Barrel ref.
2971. Set.
2971. Set. Down to the line.
We have our load sheet so we can lock the cabin door.
Compass 6096, descend via the Ola 1 arrival, except maintain flight level 240, in the transition maintain 300 knots or greater. So to maintain, descend via the Ola 1, except maintain flight level 240, 300 in the transition. Compass 6096, you're back correct. Roger.
We were given 3006 on the squawk. Transponder to auto, TCAS system to the TA mode. Progressive wind shear system is off. And we are ready to talk to the ground folks.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead, flight deck. Confirm all ground checks complete. We're cleared to pressurize the hydraulics.
Outside check is completed. All doors and panels are closed. No issues found. You can pressurize the hydraulics anytime now.
Wonderful. Got about 5 minutes left of the loading process. Our airplane looks absolutely miserable. Of course, in the real world, we wouldn't fly like this. Go find a de-ice pad. But that's not us today. Did we get the APU started? I don't remember. Let's go upstairs. No, we didn't. Fuel pumps on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact the flight attendants. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please bring it to the boarding door and we will check it for you. Also review the safety instruction in your seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. This is the captain speaking. On behalf of the entire flight crew and myself, I'd like to welcome you aboard today's flight. Our flight attendants are there for your comfort, but more importantly for your safety, so please give them a few minutes of your undivided attention while they go over the safety features of this aircraft. Once the boarding process is complete, we'll get the cabin door closed and push off the gate for an on-time departure. In the meantime, please sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Welcome aboard.
$48.60 on the fuel, which is 4.9. And we have just a bit. We'll find our extra fuel. 4.9 is what it should be. 2.6 extra fuel. Little more than 2.5 hours. Getting really close to having everyone aboard.
Exit 588, contact under 135.15, good night.
Albuquerque on 3515, Flight 588, good night.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks, let me know if you need anything.
Hold the jet bridge.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Confirm all ground checks complete. We're cleared to pressurize the hydraulics.
Outside check is completed, all doors and panels are closed, no issues found. You can pressurize the hydraulics anytime now.
Go ahead and connect the tug.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Understood.
Well, we don't have to request pushback from anyone here at the sun-controlled airport. Might be a good idea to broadcast in the blind. Gunnison traffic, Frontier Flight 43 is pushing back from gate number 2. Gunnison.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Understood. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back. All ground equipment is clear. You can start the engines at your discretion.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Off.
Before start, checklist complete.
Starting engine 2.
The push is complete. Please set the brakes.
Parking brake set.
Understood. Okay, the turbo is disconnected and the pin is out and the equipment is clear.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks, have a good flight, and
Please
we'll see you
direct your
later.
attention to the cabin crew for
Starting
important
engine
safety
1.
information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on board this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, the lighted information signs and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle.
Delta FS
It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the nearest exit to you and note that the nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelts fastened and pull a mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the ends. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life jacket is located under your seat. Tighten the straps and once outside the aircraft, pull on the tabs to inflate your jacket. If the jacket fails to inflate, use the tube placed near the neck. Your jacket is equipped with a light that will automatically illuminate in water. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or in the lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located over your head. Thank you very much for your attention.
Taxi brief, really simple. We're here at the terminal all the way down taxiway Alpha to runway 24. We will get our release at the end of the runway, and that is our taxi brief. No procedure to brief because this airport doesn't have a procedure. So that is our taxi and takeoff brief. Progressive wind shear system on. TCAS to TARA mode. Flaps can go to 1. And speed brakes can become armed. We'll set the auto brake to maximum, and we will do an after start checklist.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
On.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
26% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight control check.
Ready. Full down. Full up. Neutral. Full right. Full left. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full right. Full left. Neutral.
Your turn.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Please prepare for takeoff.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Oh. Parking brake off.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
American 2758, contact center 128.6, good day.
286, good day, American 2758.
Does this runway not have a taxiway? I thought it had a taxiway. There's taxiway Alpha. I wonder why I didn't see it from the gate.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1. VR. V2. Flex temp.
V1 1 2 9 VR 1 3 0 V2 1 3 4 flex temp 5 6 degrees.
V1 1 2 9 VR 1 3 0 V2 1 3 4 flex temp 5 6 degrees.
Oh,
ATC.
what's going on? What's going on with this rudder?
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff, no blue.
Down to the line.
This rudder is really sensitive.
Request takeoff clearance.
Tower. Speedbird 4 3. Ready for departure.
That was a mistake.
Cleared for departure. Speedbird 4 3.
That was a mistake. There is no tower here. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. So we're taking off to the southwest. We're going to have to do a U-turn to get us onto our course, which is fine. U-turns are certainly allowed. Climbing, actually, it's good to take off to the southwest because remember, we have those 11,000 foot peaks immediately to our east. So we're going to need that southwest time to gain the altitude to clear those peaks. So it's very common to use runway 24, even if the winds aren't quite perfect for 24, to give yourself room to climb. It's always amazing, you know, cities are usually tucked into the bottom of valleys for water, for the purposes of having running water. And it makes it hard on aviation sometimes because if the airport's in the valley, you've got to do a little climbing before you clear the peaks. Denver Center, Frontier Fort Tree, request IFR release. We're getting some problems here. Okay. Denver Center, Frontier Fort Tree, request IFR release, runway 24.
Frontier 43 released for departure runway 24 after takeoff, turn right to heading 062, then direct Kilo Tango Oscar Oscar Oscar, climb and maintain 2000 feet. Release for departure void at 1530 Zulu.
Frontier 43, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and
Approach
maintain
path clear
flight
of
level
traffic.
180 Frontier 43.
Take off.
Wilco Frontier 43.
Man flex 5, 6. SRS auto thrust blue.
Checked. Thrust set.
Center, good afternoon, Mexico 643, leaving 260-4350.
We're in flex takeoff.
Mexico 643, Center, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
100 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flap 0.
Check speed.
Flap 0.
Check speed.
Oh, you're so picky.
Flap 0.
Check speed.
Oh, let's turn off the APU.
Flap 0.
Check speed.
Oh, come on.
Flap 0.
Check speed.
There we come on. We're at speed.
Flap 0.
Speed checked.
There we go. She's going to be so demanding. Keeps me honest.
Below the line.
Flap 0. Approach path clear of traffic. Take off runway.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Ignition.
PAX.
Packs are on.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
2971.
2971. After takeoff climb checklist complete.
X-ray Alpha Juliet Victor Charlie at center reset transponder squawk 6745.
2971.
2971. After takeoff climb checklist complete.
Clear rad nav.
Okay.
2971.
2971. After takeoff climb checklist complete. $1,000 to go.
Check.
Frontier 43 climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240 Frontier 43.
Frontier 43 expect the CI-3 arrival with the JNET transition for the ILS approach to runway 34 left with the TEL transition at Denver International. After 2 cleared direct JNET.
Expect the Sky-I-3 arrival with the JNET transition for the ILS approach to runway 34 left with the TEL transition after 2 cleared direct JNET Frontier 43.
So the terrain is with us until Big D. And after Big D is when we make the sharp descent, approaching Denver from the south to the north. Did we give the flight computer the arrival? I don't think we gave the flight computer the arrival. The Ski 3 arrival with the JNET transition is our arrival. So we want the Ski 3 with the JNET. We're going to okay. We're going to 34 left. Four left with the Ski 3 arrival. And the JNET transition. I don't see the JNET transition. We just insert that. Okay, there's Ski.
Compass 6096, contact the center 128.6. 286 up to 696.
Set standard.
Standard cross check. Passing flight level 197. Now.
Checked.
Oh, a little double rainbow. Little double rainbow we have there ahead of us. I'm going to have to help the airplane get back on course.
$1,000 to go.
Check.
Frontier 43 contact Denver Center on 119.85. Enjoy your morning.
Center on 119.85 Frontier 43. Center Frontier 43 at flight level 240.
Frontier 43, good morning. Radar contact. Descent and maintain flight level 190.
Descent and maintain flight level 190 Frontier 43.
Frontier 43 descend via the Ski 3 arrival with the JNET transition to 1,000 feet altimeter 3005 at Denver International.
Descent via the Sky I-3 arrival with the JNET transition to 1,000 feet altimeter 3005 Frontier 43.
Exit 385, 19.5, climbing 230.
385, center climb and maintain, flight level 270.
270 to the 385.
Ski 3 arrival, there's JNET transition to ski between 20,000 and 22,000, 17, 15. And then our approach to ILS 34. There's our frequency, 353 on the course.
You have control.
I have control.
I have control.
You have control. Cabin crew, prepare for arrival. 1,000 to go.
Check.
La que conti information Golf 1518 Zulu Wing Sare 331 at 8 knots gusting to 10 knots. Visibility 2000 in el snow. 2800 overcast. Temperature -11, dew point -14. Current altimeter is 2963. Arriving and departing runway 34. La que conti information Golf 1518 Zulu Wing Sare 331 at 8 knots gusting to 10 knots. Visibility 2000 in el snow. 2800 overcast. Temperature -11, dew point -14. Current altimeter is 2963. Arriving and departing runway 34. La que conti information Golf 1518 Zulu Vinsare 33 and 8 knots gusting to 10 knots. Visibility 2 miles in healthy snow. 2800 overcast. Temperature -11, dew point -14. Current altimeter is 2963. Arriving and departing runway 34. Lake County Information Golf, 1518 Zulu Vinsare 33 and 8 knots gusting to 10 knots. Visibility 2 miles in healthy snow. 2800 overcast. Temperature -11, dew point -14. Current altimeter is 2963. Arriving and departing runway 34. Lake County Information Golf, 1518 Zulu Vinsare.
Center Frontier 43 at flight level 190.
Frontier 43 radar contact. Altimeter 2963.
Altimeter 2963 Frontier 43.
Ladies and gentlemen,
297
we'll be arriving at our
set.
destination shortly.
297
If you're making a
set,
connecting
passing
flight,
1
please see the customer service agent
7,600
meeting this flight
now.
Checked.
or the video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll collect any off-service items.
Delta 574, turn right heading 330, vectors for traffic, expect direct intro.
Okay, right
Also, in
turn
preparation for
330
landing,
Delta
please turn
574.
off all electronic devices. Stow these devices within all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelts. We'll be landing shortly. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. We're going to begin our initial descent here momentarily. At this time, I'm going to turn the seatbelt sign back on, so please return your seats and keep your seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a stop at the gate and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. It's been our pleasure having you on board for today's flight, and we hope to see you back on a future flight again real soon. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
And 756, cross Hogs at maintain flight level 250. Hogs 250, Roger, American 756.
Pitch. Pitch. Radar altimeter alive.
Check. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Barrel rest.
2971 set.
2971 set. Minimum.
No DH.
Engine mode selector.
Ignition.
Approach checklist complete.
No DH. That's my fault.
Delta 574, descend maintain flight level 280.
Okay, we're leaving 38 for 280, Delta 574.
$2,500. 2,500. $2,500.
Once we get past Big D, we can descend 5 miles to Big D.
Frontier 43 contact Denver Center on 128.37 have a good morning.
Center on 128.37 Frontier 43.
I'm going to go down to 8,000 feet, 3 miles.
Center Frontier 43 at 14,000 feet.
Frontier 43, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter 29999.
Altimeter 29999 Frontier 43.
Six miles to Powder.
Frontier 43 contact Denver approach on 126.55. Enjoy your morning.
Approach on 126.55 Frontier 43. Approach Frontier 43 descending to 1,000 feet.
Frontier 43 good morning. Radar contact. Continue descent via the Sky High 3 arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 34 left with the tele transition at Denver International.
Continue descent via the Sky I-3 arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 34 left with the tele transition Frontier 43.
Let's go down to 6,000 feet.
Morning approach, American 572. We're at 20,000 descending on the Eagle arrival landing 8 with Sierra.
American 572 approach, expect the visual approach to runway 8.
American 572.
Welcome.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Gear down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Gear down.
Southwest 565, contact approach 126.6.
466, Southwest 565, bye.
Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
We've got a lot of aircraft around us. Speed brakes are armed. Auto brake to medium. We're getting a good ILS signal.
Flaps full.
Speed checked. Flaps full.
Frontier 43 altimeter 3005 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 34 left with the TEL transition at Denver International.
Altimeter 3005 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 34 left with the TEL transition Frontier 43.
Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Medium.
ECAM memo.
Landing. No blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Frontier 43 descend via the Teller transition to 9,000 feet.
Descend to 9,000 feet via the Teller transition. Frontier 43.
Said they flying around. United 584, just to maintain 5,000. Out of 7 for 5,000 and 584.
2,500.
We have localizer lock coming into the glide slope from below. Approach is armed. Autopilot 2 is on. Cat 3 dual approach. Autopilots 1 and 2.
$2,500.
Radar altimeter alive.
Frontier 43 altimeter 3005 at Denver International Contact Tower on 128.75. Enjoy.
Altimeter 3005 tower on 128.75 Frontier 43. Tower Frontier 43 inbound for ILS approach runway 34 left.
Frontier 43 good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 34 left call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 34 left will call when established on final Frontier 43.
Denver Tower, Frontier 43 on final. Denver Tower, Frontier 43 on final.
Frontier 43 winds are 04 to at 9 knots, cleared to land runway 34 left.
Cleared to land runway 34 left, Frontier 43.
I know from personal experience, runway 34 left is out in the boonies, so we're going to have a healthy taxi to the gate. Didn't do a gate. I didn't do any type of. Well, now is really the wrong time to do it, but. It's taking a while to load that chart anyway, isn't it? Coming in from the bottom, glide slope intercept is imminent. Intercept at 9,000 feet. We have glide slope. Glide slope capture.
LA Tower, good morning, American 144 on the ILS for 6 right.
American 144, Tower, wind 1303, runway 6 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 6 right, American 144.
2,500.
I have the runway environment in sight. What I'm looking for are the real lights, runway end identifier lights.
Southern 97 heavy, runway 25 right, loud point.
Line up and wait 25 right, Southern 097 heavy.
Check.
500. $400. $100 above.
Check.
Minimum 200.
Continue.
Check.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Retard.
Frontier 43 exit runway.
Spoilers, the reverse engine 1 and 2. Decel. 70 knots.
Clear of active Frontier 4-3.
Frontier 4-3 stay with me until fully clear of active.
Wilco. Frontier 4-3.
It's a bit of a hill. It's a bit of a hill here.
That's 144, 2 right turns, ground point 75.
2 right turns, 0.75. Have a good morning, American 144.
I'm on a grade. Wow, that was a...
Frontier 43 contact ground on 119.47. Enjoy your morning.
Ground on 119.47 Frontier 4-3.
Denver ground, Frontier 4-3, request taxi to the gate. Denver ground, Frontier 4-3, request taxi to the gate. Denver ground, Frontier 4-3, request taxi to the gate.
Frontier 4-3 request taxi to the gate.
Well, at least if I'm going to be ignored, the first officer is ignored as well. This is a beautiful airport.
American Maintenance 905, that's the departure end, cross runway 26 right, join Victor to ramp 1.
Look at this hump. That's unreal. Look at this
American
hump.
Maintenance 905, hello.
This is unreal.
Go for 905. American Maintenance 905, at the departure end, cross runway 26 right, join Victor to ramp 1. Cross 26 right, Victor 21, American Maintenance 905.
See that hump in the pavement? That was crazy. Looks like I'm going to be with these Southwest folks today.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Are you sure about that? Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Are you sure about that? Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
I don't know what this pickup truck is doing here. I'm going to park right on top of him. Ha 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 ha.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely. This will be your indication that it is safe to move around the cabin, gather your belongings and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and we hope to see you once again on a future flight. Thank you.
Taxi light off. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
I can hear that jet bridge coming. There it is. Sorry about the pickup that's underneath me.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Off.
Are you sure about that? Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
On.
Parking checklist complete.
Securing the aircraft checklist.
Adheres.
Off.
Oxygen.
Off.
APU bleed.
Off.
Emergency exit light.
Off.
Are you sure about that? Signs.
Off.
APU and battery.
Off.
Securing the aircraft checklist complete.
Have a good day, folks. We'll see you next time.